Yeah, all good.
Cool. Yeah, it's been rainy and gloomy here the past couple of days, but we have had some sun. So hey, what more can you ask for? Shout out to
Nice.
Francis Reyes Zamora, who graduated yesterday from Virginia Tech. Goes out of Virginia Tech yesterday for a graduation. Good times right there. So shout out to you for sure, doing your thing. Keep pushing forward. But as you know, all folks, we're here to talk boxing. So per usual, we appreciate everyone who will be in attendance live with us, as well as
Mhm.
those that will be checking it out on the replay. Hey, you are appreciated, no doubt about it. Salute to my man Skywalker Boxing, who
Hey,
has dropped in. Appreciate you there, Skywalker folks. If you haven't, go check him out. Go give him a subscribe. Like those videos, a lot of good content over there, and you'll be able to check out the Tim and Tim show over there as well. So salute to you, Skywalker Boxing. Shout out to Vince Paras. We'll have to talk about that, though I haven't seen the fight. I know he picked up a crucial victory in a
mm,
return bout against Hiroto Kayaguchi. So shout out to Vince Paras, Skywalker. You already know the deal there for sure. So appreciate you. But yeah, we're here to talk some boxing action. We had a lot of boxing take place this past weekend. I mentioned Paras, that did happen, but we also had Vasily Lomachenko versus George Kambosos here yesterday as well. That was probably the top marquee fight of the weekend there.
yeah,
And we got to see an IBF title on the line as well. And this, of course, is by virtue of Devin Haney having moved to 140. So all the belts were essentially relinquished in that sense. And it was Kambosos who's found himself in another title shot, taking on Vasily Lomachenko, who is coming in after that loss to Devin Haney in what some may consider a controversial fight at that particular time as far as how the scoring went. But that being said, Lomachenko Kambosos for gold. What did you think of that contest there, Boz, with Lomachenko now being 36 years of age? And the question
yeah.
was, hey, how would he look in here against a guy who, in theory, he should beat?
He looked great, really. I mean, he really dominated that fight, even though Kambosos, yeah, he hung in there and landed some good shots, but he just wasn't really nowhere near like in like to being on even terms with Lomachenko, to put it that way. Lomachenko was the one in charge pretty much all through the fight, and it was impressive. I didn't expect him to stop Kambosos Jr. because he had not been stopped, never been stopped before, and Lomachenko being 36, and not having fought for about a year and stuff like that. But yeah, that was once again he proved that he is a world class body puncher as he put Kambosos away with a body shot the second time he put him down. Yeah, of course, very impressive. Even though Kambosos has never been like a technical fighter, a boxer, but he's still a tough guy in his prime, and yeah, he gave Lomachenko a good enough fight. Yeah, so now we are looking forward to Loma fighting either Shakur Stevenson or Tank Davis or even both. Let's hope. Yeah. So
Both
that
would certainly be icing on the cake right there.
yeah, that would be awesome. I mean, even though I think he should rather challenge perhaps Stevenson because Stevenson is not that kind of he's not a puncher like Tank. He's not that one punch deadly puncher. Yeah.
Got
So
you. Got you
that'll
there
be
for sure. Salute to Flack Boxing who dropped by. If you're into the history of the
a
sport, definitely got to go subscribe to my man Flack
what's
Boxing over
up.
there doing some good things on his channel. Flack Boxing, you see it there. That's FLAK Boxing.
Long time no see, Flag.
Long
Hey,
time no see, Flack. Nice of you to drop by for a change. Appreciate you.
yeah.
Salute to my man
Hey,
Rodolfo Real Jr. says up is up in the building right here. Appreciate you there, Rodolfo. So
hey,
that's some
what's
good
up?
stuff.
RR,
Always.
RRG.
Always good to have you drop by, Rodolfo. I'm trying to get Rodolfo to make some content here on YouTube. Hey, check him out, folks. Rodolfo Rivera Jr. Stop Motion MMA. Salute to you, Stop Motion. Says salute, guys. Glad you're back. Hey, happy to be here, Stop Motion. Happy to see you as well. Always a good time being able to chat with you. Be sure to go check out Stop Motion MMA. He has content over on his channel. I think you'll enjoy it. If you like boxing, if you like MMA even, go check out Stop Motion MMA. Always a pleasure to be able to chat with you there, Stop Motion. So appreciate you being here for sure. Rodolfo says that live was crazy, Sky. Yeah, I'd imagine. Yeah, 20,000. He says, welcome to Sheer Vince's Fighter in Champ 2. Okay, good stuff. Yeah, but that had to be crazy. 20,000 checking out Vince Paras. That's dope right there. So big shout out to him once again. Appreciate everyone dropping by. But yeah, we were talking Lomachenko, Kambosos. Boz was sharing his thoughts. Hey, I'm in agreement with you. I had been saying to myself coming in that Lomachenko, if he's anything of what we expect of him, then he should be able to dissect Kambosos, and he was able to do so. Essentially dissect him. We got to see a little bit of return. Well, I was gonna say Lomachenko. Remember when he was on that vibe, but in this case, it was the body work that seemed to do in George Kambosos, who, as you mentioned, he's a tough guy, no doubt about it. He's shown that he is tough, and he hadn't been stopped prior to this. So kudos to Lomachenko, systematically broke him down and ultimately stopped him. The corner threw in the towel, but George was pretty much done when he went down from that second body shot, and you could see it. He had a gash there on his, I believe his right eye, actually. And you could just see he was just not going to get into the fight from the standpoint of him being able to box with a boxer, because that's not his thing. So it's been a fun ride for Kambosos, and he's still a name that I imagine will be out there, especially if you're willing to travel to Australia, where the fans do seem to come out and support. They usually put on some pretty good shows over there with pretty solid attendance. So he's a name that I'd imagine we will still see, but certainly as it relates to that championship status, he'll have it tough regardless of who he's in there with, as long as they have the IQ that you expect of the elite. And we saw that with Lomachenko, who at 36, you can still see he has some of the best footwork in boxing. He may have lost a bit of speed, just given the age and all, but he still has enough of pretty much everything to make up for that. So he's still an exciting fighter to watch. And I'm with you there, Boz. Lomachenko versus either Shakur Stevenson or Tank Davis. 135 needs that. We need all three of them to fight each other in combinations of however it goes, because I think that's a good thing for boxing. And maybe, just maybe, that happens, as you mentioned, Lomachenko versus Stevenson. Those two just so happen to be on the same promotion, with the same promotional company right now. That is Top Rank Bob Arum. So it seems like that one would be one that is likely to be made, or easier to be made. So maybe we get that one. And shout out to Alex Vega. He had mentioned that Shakur's last fight of his contract is this one coming up when he fights in July. So it'll be a matter of, does he resign with Top Rank, which in all likelihood he may ultimately do so. So, and if that's the case, then I'd imagine a Lomachenko fight would be a big part of that. So Shakur Stevenson, Lomachenko, very intriguing. Two guys with high level IQ right there. You never know what could happen.
That would be a great fight from the technical, of course, standpoint. Yeah. I mean, I see Shakur is fighting Harutunian. Yeah, I heard of him. He's a pretty solid fighter.
Yeah, Harutunian. You see, he was someone who was in with Frank Martin, who, interestingly enough, is going to be fighting Gervonta Davis. So we'll get to see how Shakur Stevenson does with Harutunian. And we know that Harutunian, he gave Frank Martin a fight. Frank Martin ultimately won. I've heard from some that Harutunian looked to be the better guy in that contest, but I don't know. I still need to watch it, actually. But yeah, that will be interesting. And Shakur seems to have the mindset, or based on what I've seen him on Twitter, he's going to come out guns blazing in his next contest, given the flack that he received for that De Los Santos bout, where many people were riding him for the fact that it turned out to be a rather, dare I say, boring fight. Technical, highly technical fight, but you could argue boring fight and not a lot of action. And that was from both guys, really. Not a lot of action there. So we had interesting situation for sure. Shout out Fight Night Scores in the building. Salute to Fight Night Scores. Hey, those in attendance, listening, whatever it may be, go subscribe to Fight Night Scores. Great content. And be sure to go to fight-score.com if you want to score boxing matches. The most comprehensive means for doing so, fight-score.com. But go give them a subscribe. We actually just finished a live stream rewatching the Rocky Lockridge versus Wilfredo Gomez contest, and it was an excellent one. Very, very excellent fight. 15 rounder. You don't see those these days. 15 rounds.
One of the last great 15 rounders, definitely.
Awesome. Yeah, so be sure to go check that out. We just finished that. So, hey, come through, folks. But appreciate you there, Fight Night Scores. Skywalker Boxer says Loma still moves good. I don't see no slowdown. Hey, I feel you there. Yeah, he's got that movement, no doubt about it. That footwork is on point. It always has been, and you can see that on display. So that's what makes it intriguing, especially in a contest with Tank Davis, because I think that we'll see the best of Tank Davis come out as well. And I want to see how that is against a guy like Lomachenko. So, I take either one, Lomachenko versus Shakur Stevenson, but there is certainly a lot of intrigue for that Lomachenko versus Tank Davis fight, since their names were mentioned over the years numerous times before Shakur was even fighting at 135, and we have yet to get that fight. So that would be a good one right there, and one that I'm sure there will be some divides as far as who fans think comes out on top in that one as well.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting, really. It will determine Loma's future, I guess. Yeah. And also his legacy. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he had a tough. He's 7. So that was he picked up his 18th win last night. So 18-3. So he doesn't have a ton of fights from a longevity standpoint or the amount of quantity. With that being said, the fights he does have, all high level competition there. So yeah, that would be a legacy fight for both of those guys in terms of whatever happens. And I think it will be a good fight. So hopefully we get that.
In my opinion, I think Loma only really lost once. That was to Saliva, even though that was very close too. But I had Teofimo fight a draw and Haney fight a win for Loma. So but that's me. That's my opinion.
No, I feel you there. I think I was Loma in both of those fights outside of the Salido one, as you mentioned. Yeah, Salido. Yeah. Now, Salido had a lot of wily tactics, some may say dirty tactics that he used in that contest. And we know he was in overweight, but he did pull off the victory. And Lomachenko at that time, he didn't battle back with the same type of tactics or dirty tactics that we saw from Salido in some of those cases. He
was new and fresh in the pro game, so he didn't know really how it was supposed to go, and that he could do that, I guess.
Yeah, certainly. Salute to my man, Random Acoustic Thoughts. Be sure to go like and subscribe, Random Acoustic Thoughts, folks.
Hey,
talk about boxing history. That's my guy right there. We're talking about Sam Langford, the Nines. We can definitely do that with Random Acoustic Thoughts. We're going to link up for another live stream at some point here near term. So salute to Random. Be sure to go check him out, folks. Good history talk going over there, as well as some PFL Bellator MMA talk as well. So that's something you can definitely tune into. But we were talking Lomachenko Kambosos, the implications of such. So Lomachenko is world champion again, 135. Hey, still has talent there. Still has talent. So we'll see what happens. We mentioned the fights we want to see, but hey, we'll see what happens. Also on this card, there was another contest. Andrew Maloney, he lost to Guevara, who I can't remember Guevara's first name, a Mexican fighter who came in with a 40-plus fights or whatnot. It was a majority decision, I believe, or split decision.
Yeah, it
Okay.
wasn't a good night for the Aussie boxing fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And apparently Andrew was pretty pissed off. He stormed out. He said he's retiring or something of that nature. I did see
Wow.
him looking pretty angry backstage. But I know coming into it, I thought that Guevara would probably get this fight, and it was a close fight. So I'd imagine there are some who saw it for Andrew Maloney. Now I didn't know anything about Guevara. I was like just kind of looking at his record and what potentially could be. And the Maloney's, they're pretty good. You know, you could argue
Yeah.
better than good. But
And
I just feel that, of course, in those bigger contests, when they go up against that elite opposition, they usually go down. And hey, Guevara, this was in Australia. He was the one who ended up being the victor. So
yeah, so it
what
shouldn't
can you
have
say?
been, yeah, unjust. And Jason lost last week as well, so it's been a bad time for the
Oh yeah.
Maloney.
Oh yeah, apparently that was on an Inouye undercard, so I haven't seen that one, but I
Yeah,
saw that he
too.
did actually
What's
lose.
his name? This guy with only, I know he had only 8 fights before that.
Takai or something like
Yeah,
that.
something with an
Yeah,
O.
a
O.
Japanese fighter. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
but
apparently he's now 9-0, one knockout, and that was a knockout in his first victory. So he
yeah,
can box seemingly, and he was able to outpoint Jason. I haven't seen that contest there, Boz, but that's one I want to check out just to see how he looks. And hey, got to give him the nod there. He pulled off a victory there against a tough opponent, you know, and that was his ninth fight.
yeah. Yeah, I heard also that Nakatani now wants to fight Jason as well. That someone told me, he
Oh
knocked
yeah,
out Andy.
Nakatani, Jason
Yeah,
Maloney. Whew, not good for Jason right there.
no, I mean, Nakatani has been a destroyer, and it just, it shows the quality of, Argi Cortez was the only guy recently that didn't get stopped by
Oh yeah,
Nakatani. Yeah, so he's a
yeah,
really good fighter, Cortez.
yeah. Junto Nakatani, folks. If
Mm.
you haven't seen him, you got to check him out. He is one of the best as far as just what he brings to the table, and then to watch as well. And he goes for it. Has those long hooks that can come in and take a fighter out at any point, really. And he's an
Yeah,
exciting one to watch for sure.
sure is.
And
He's a
and
destroyer.
I was chatting with Rodolfo Rivera about this, but hey, you can imagine a super fight between Nakatani and Inoue. They're a weight class
Whoa.
away. The only issue is
Yeah,
Nakatani just moved to 118, so he's only had one fight there. And of course, we know Inoue is at 122. I think he's 2, 3 fights in now, maybe. This might
oh
have been his
yeah,
second or third fight at
right. So
122.
I
So
thought Nakatani was at 126, but he's at 118, right?
yeah, 118. Yeah,
All right,
118.
my
And
bad.
he just moved there, but so timing may or may not work out in that regard, but it certainly would be an interesting one, Nakatani versus uh
Yeah,
in a way, a Japanese super fight for sure.
yeah, of
And they said
course.
55,000 fans came out to Inoue versus Neri, which happened as mentioned
Wow.
earlier in the week.
Oh yeah,
55,000.
yeah. I mean that guy is really drawing some big crowds, of course, in
So yeah,
Japan.
when you're pulling in those numbers, you don't necessarily have to come fight in the US. So bonus need to go over there. So that means, hey, we all got to get up early if you want to see Inoue fight.
Yeah. Well, I don't really because when we are like 10 hours behind Japan, so by the time they have like their fights, it's usually around the midday, like noon or something it starts. So yeah,
Oh yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Shout out to Beagle. Beagle in the building. Beagle says he's
yeah,
got his Nitro 86 for the same hoodie to the gym today. Young lady complimented me, making me look good, brother. Good stuff there, Beagle. Appreciate it. 86. Hey, we gotta get you
yeah,
laced up with some more stuff there, Beagle. No doubt about it. Gotta hit you up. Gotta get you laced up. Good stuff. Appreciate having you here,
yeah.
Beagle. As always, it's good to be back in the mix. No,
I
most
wasn't.
certainly.
Yeah, just
Uh,
want to say I wasn't able to watch the Inoue versus Neri fight because that stream was very bad. But I did
oh
see
yeah,
the highlights anyway. I know what happened.
Oh yeah, certainly.
Oh,
And I feel you there. You listen to Rodolfo there, folks. That 86 boxing hoodie, it pulls them in. You better get on that. Strike while the
yeah,
iron's hot.
better
But
get me one too. Then.
oh yeah, I got you there, Bob. I got you there. Real talk coming up here soon, very soon. Anyway, Nakatani there, fight night scores. And he mentioned those 55K were all in their seats from the first televised fight as well. Hey, yeah, that says something too. Yeah, they watch everyone. They
Yeah,
show up and watch a show.
I don't know if Japan has ever had as big fighter as Inoue really before. Like that's yeah, you can discuss it, but he is really one of their
Yeah,
greatest, definitely ever.
yeah, they've had some
Yeah.
fighters who they got
Fighting
fighting
Harada,
Harada Hall of
yeah,
Famer there, but
yeah,
yeah, in terms of I had to look into the kind of the numbers he's generating or how big his fights were. I imagine
yeah.
solid fanfare, but yeah, in a way seems to be the guy right now. And of course, Japan has had some very good fighters over the years who've done their thing. I'm trying to think about the guy who.
And coincidentally, just gonna mention that Neri was the guy to end Yamanaka's title reign.
Oh yeah, that
That
is right.
is the compatriot of Inoue. So this was like a revenge for Yamanaka, you might
He
say.
did not without controversy in those two contests. In one contest, he was overweight, and then in one contest, he actually was the tainted meat contest, if you
Oh,
recall, from Buterol. Like just so happened both of those came in against uh was
well, I
Tanaka
didn't know
or
that.
not
Yeah,
Tanaka? Who was it?
I think we were thinking of Canelo, maybe.
No. This happened with Neri, the guy that
Neri.
he fought,
Yeah,
the Japanese
I
fighter.
heard that he has been involved in that controversy. Like, yeah,
But but I don't know. Maybe he was cleared. But yeah, it was a similar
but
situation or something.
I knew he could make it a tough fight. He did drop but it just went right back in that on track and destroyed
Yeah.
him, and that's what I expected pretty much. Yeah.
Oh yeah, certainly. Stop motion MMA shouting out the Fighting Harada. Yeah, mentioning him says the greatest Japanese
Well,
boxer of all time. Yeah.
we'll see
Hey,
when when Inoue retires. Maybe he will take that spot.
Hey, well, we'll see. Yeah,
Yeah,
how way continues, and he's been blasting through the competition as he's headed up in weight class, so he's
yeah,
gonna be up there certainly. One that is highly regarded. But yeah, Fighting Harada name in
but yeah,
the
he
books.
was. Yeah, his probably greatest achievement was beating Eder Joffre twice.
Oh yeah,
Great
Peter
era.
Joffrey, great
Yeah,
Brazilian fighter.
he's the only guy who beat him, and twice. So
Yeah,
he's got
yeah.
like 72-2 record or something. Joffre,
Yeah, top nines right there. And hey,
amazing.
excellent fighter was
Yeah,
Joffrey as well. So that speaks volumes that Fighting Harada was one able to dethrone him.
yeah, amazing victories for him.
Yep, amazing. Yeah, Alex Vega, Fight Night Score says Alex Vega said in our last live stream, Inoue is a rock star over there. It's him and some MLB player who are massive massive
Yeah,
sports stars. Maybe the guy over here with LA.
the baseball, you mean?
Yeah, basketball. Yeah, the MLB guy. It's
Oh,
Otani, Shohei Otani.
basketball.
Yeah, baseball.
Oh, baseball.
Yeah,
That's
Shohei
really wonderful.
Otani. He's like a mega star, and he's like the top guy in baseball as,
Yeah,
as far as many people are
yeah,
concerned.
baseball is huge in Japan. I know that.
Yeah, he's a big star, mega star in that sense as well, and he can pitch and hit. So he's like a rare breed. They compare him to Babe Ruth, like a kind of new age Babe Ruth in some sense. That I do know of. So
Right.
hey, high nods right there. Top level nods, as a matter of fact. But we'll move on. Trinica Johnson got a victory over Nina Hughes in a controversial fight worth mentioning.
Yeah, the Hardy won last night.
Yeah. So that was a good one. I thought Nina Hughes won, but certainly, You never know. He was in Australia, but you never know how it's going to go. The verdict was read wrong in the aftermath of the contest.
Yeah, so that,
Eventually
yeah.
reversed.
Wow. I started to watch a little of it, but I didn't finish. I was kind of tired. Last night I found a video on YouTube, but it looked
Yeah,
like a pretty, intense fight. Let's say close fight. Yeah.
yeah. That was. Yeah. So hey, we'll see if they run it back. We'll
Mm,
see. Hey, I'm looking at the other results that have happened because I know we haven't been on in a while there, Boz. So we're going to talk about
yeah.
some other stuff as well. I see Denzel Bentley picked up a second round stoppage over Denny Diggum, who I figured Bentley would beat him. I
Mm.
can't remember if I thought I do a
Well,
little prediction
yeah.
league. Shout out Champ Ross, Fight Prediction League, who does it on Facebook. But I felt Bentley, of course, is the better fighter. Denny Diggum, it looks like he ended up knocking him out 2 rounds right there. So Denzel Bentley, hey,
Impressive. Yeah.
yeah, Bentley building up a nice little resume. He was in there with Janabek and hey, gave Janabek a pretty tough fight.
Oh, yeah. That's right. That's him. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
certainly.
I had predicted in this prediction league that he would win in the 5th round. So anyway,
Oh,
that
okay.
was
Cool,
close
cool.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Stop Motion MMA says he thought Johnson won that fight. Okay, got you there, Stop Motion. Thought Johnson won with Nina Hughes. So hey.
Chernika.
So hey, it's one of those that seemingly was a kind of toss up for some being there. As you mentioned
Yeah.
there, Stop Motion. Hey, the judges seemingly felt so as well. I think it was either a split or majority decision, one of the two. Let me
Yeah.
see here. But yeah, it was a close one for sure. Yeah, majority decision. So I guess one had it a draw. So interesting for sure. Hey, but hey, it all depends on it's subjective for sure there, Stop Motion. So yeah, it's highly plausible that for Chanika it's just a dub, and depends on how you saw it for the most part. Rodolfo mentions Janabek beat both Dignam and Bentley. Yep, that is the case. Yeah, I was trying to think of who Dignam was in with, and it was Janabek. So that tells you, hey, how good Janabek is right there. And I think he's calling out. Oh yeah, you were mentioning it, Rodolfo, calling out Carlos Adames. So Adames is the WBC middleweight champion, elevated by virtue of Jamal Charlo being stripped there. So potential for Janabek versus Carlos Adames. What do you think of that?
Oh, that would be a great fight, really. I mean, all action because both guys are high in intensity, high output guys. I mean, yeah, Janibek probably punches a little harder, but Adames is a really fine fighter and strong. And
yeah, solid
of
guy.
course, he holds a victory over Lomachenko, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's a solidly built guy as well.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he has a fight on the books against Mark Heffron. So which he should get that victory for sure.
Yeah, I always kind of thought, well, for a while anyway, Adames is one of the best at 160 right now. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not alone there. So this would be a good fight if those two. We've been looking for a good opponent for Janabek. Hey, Adames, he could be that guy right there. They'll make for a very interesting fight. So I'd look forward to it for sure.
Yeah, and I'm glad that Janabek isn't wasting his time fighting nobodies. I mean, he did fight last time he fought. It was against a guy who had won the IBF title. Even though he was quite unknown, but still, it was a title fight, a unification fight. So.
Oh yeah.
He's not one of those.
Wrong, yeah. Goucher. So he's taking on Terrell Goucher. Yeah, I was trying to think of what we were chatting about there, Rodolfo. So Goucher is who Adames is fighting, who we should beat, of course. And Christian Billy's taking on Mark Heffron, who he should knock out. Of course.
Billy is a machine. Obviously, he's a very strong fighter.
Yeah. So that'll be an interesting one. So salute to Paul Bright out there, Semper Fi. Fellow Marine there. Greetings, gentlemen. We meet again. Indeed. Always great having you drop by there, Paul Bright. Semper Fidelis once again. Salute to it. Appreciate you being here. Of course. Rodolfo mentioned I follow Janabek on Twitter, and every day he's calling out Adames. Hey, we're going to get it. We're gonna get it.
There aren't
Adamas
really
should
many.
beat Terrell Gaucher. We'll
Yeah,
see, but he
there
should
aren't
beat him.
there aren't
The
really
shake and box, but that's about
many
it.
better. Yeah, many better fights for him than Adames really on 160. I mean,
Right.
You don't have many others to fight.
Yeah, certainly. Stop Motion MMA says, who y'all got, Broner or Blair Cobbs? Oh, I didn't know they were fighting, so that they're going up against each other, huh?
Blair
Broner
Cobbs.
and Blair Cobbs.
I don't know really. I don't care anymore. So, for sure.
Yeah, I didn't know this was happening. That's big ups there. Stop Motion MMA. Blair the Flair Cobbs. Broner 34 down. So Broner, of course, more battle tested, has the better victories. That also, you just never know. I'm gonna say Broner. He did have a fight. It was either late last year or early this year. I know he was in the ring. Broner should be able to beat Blair Cobbs as far as ceilings are concerned. Hey, but you never know in terms of Broner, who's had probably a pretty solid fall, as solid as his rise was as well. He's with Don King now. I'm gonna say Broner there, Stop Motion MMA, but certainly it all depends on what Broner shows up. We've heard that far too many times for sure. Rodolfo said, I want Broner to win because that would be embarrassing to lose to Cobbs. I got you there, Rodolfo. Yeah, he should beat a guy like Blair Cobbs for sure. Yeah, Blair Cobbs, entertaining guy, but certainly shouldn't be on Broner's level, but he may be on Broner's level at this stage. No doubt. Beagle says, Rodolfo, did you know about Janet? Did not know about that about Janet. Good knowledge. Indeed, there, Beagle. Indeed. Salute to you, Paul Bright. Rodolfo says, Don King promoting the Broner fight. If you look at the fight poster, it says Cobbs versus Broner if Broner shows up.
What a way to shit on your
That's
own
funny.
fighter.
I had to check that out. I have to check that out.
And how old is he now, by the way? Holy crap.
He's got to be like 91, 92 or something like that.
Yeah, I think he's like born in 30 something, 31.
Wow, that's crazy. Both he and Aram are both 90 plus.
Yeah, Bob Aram is just amazingly, wow.
It seems that boxing promoting does the body good.
Yeah, they make a deal with the devil, so he gives them
hang
life.
Around.
Yeah,
they hang around for a good bit. As Beagle mentioned, probably the most honest statement ever made by King there. Yeah, if Broner shows up, you're right there, Beagle.
He's gonna be 93 in August, King. I just looked up.
93 in August. Isn't that crazy? Don freaking King. Still out here doing his thing. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thunk it? Salute to Go Good. He said he asked, appreciate you being here, Go Good. Yeah, you were here last time around, I believe. So always great to have you for sure. It says, does either one have knockout power, Broner Cobbs? Yeah, probably not at that elite level. Certainly, I don't even know what weight it's going to be, whether it's going to be 140 or 147. But yeah, neither had shown that type of power. Certainly, when the competition is up or stepped up. Now, Broner was pretty solid with it back when he was at 135. Maybe even 130 if he was there. But yeah, not here. Yeah, it might have been 130 even for Broner. But yeah, I don't think either has that type of punching power. I see it going the distance for sure as far as that contest from an overall standpoint. But
yeah,
Broner should be the better fighter in theory. Rodolfo's going to send that fight post. All right, appreciate it there, Rodolfo. Rodolfo says Bob Arum ain't going to die until Loma is undisputed. Undisputed. Yeah, he may get an opportunity here.
Yeah, it's only a pity that he wasn't really at his best shape against Lopez Delfino. So.
Oh yeah, certainly. Stop. Yeah, two legends, no doubt about it. There, Stop Motion, Aram and King, and he says it's at 147. So yeah, the Broner Klops fight at 147. So yeah, it's gonna be likely the distance, and yeah, it should be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what it's on network wise or who carries it for sure. Stop Motion MMA asks thoughts on Ennis versus Crowley. Know if you know Crowley there, Boz. Joshua Crowley, is it Joshua or what is his name? Cody Crowley, I think is what it is actually. Cody Crowley is going to be taking on Jerron Ennis, and I can tell you, for me, their stop motion, I can tell you, I like Crowley. I think he's pretty solid, but I do think that Ennis is gonna likely eat him up there. Stop motion. I think that Ennis is gonna give it to him, and that's no slight to Crowley. And Ennis, we already know he's seemingly one of the elites, and stylistically, he seems to have it all. Cody Crowley, good fighter for sure, but I think Jerron Ennis potentially will stop Crowley. As a matter of fact, that's my thought on it for sure.
Yeah, that's true. Ennis is, bro, this is the favorite to win, and of course, by a stoppage. There's nothing more to say about that. Really.
Yeah. Go Good says Crowley said at a press conference he is going through rough time. Yeah, and I think that was the case in his last contest, because I remember in the post-fight interview, there was something going on. I just don't remember exactly what it was, but I know, he has had some things, I think, outside of boxing that have weighed in on him. Hey, he's been honest about it, so that's either a good sign, in terms of, hey, I understand it, I'm dealing with it, and there could be the other way as well, like, hey, these things are going on, and they may affect kind of his performance. But yeah, I do recall that something is going on. I don't remember exactly what it is, but that has been the case there, Crowley, Go Good. I don't know if it was a death or what, but hey, he's up there in the rankings, and we know that 147, I guess you can say, is pretty much open now with Crawford moving up to 154 to take on Madrimov, which the title will be on the line. So you can say that, hey, it's out there for as far as 147, and Ennis seems to be geared towards being the guy who could scoop up all the belts, and some good fights to be made. Montez Stadionis, that's another guy out there I really like. I think he has a fight coming up. Lithuanian boxer. I think he's right there in that mix as well.
He had the fight last week. He won it.
Okay, so so it happened. Yeah, I haven't been able to catch it. So, but Stadionis finally got in the ring, got a victory there, as Boz mentioned. So I think he's someone to watch for sure if he could, get one of these big fights. But Ennis seems to be the guy poised to take over there. Paul Price says, "Look like Boz is down for the count." Hey, about there, right? Rodolfo said, "Just chilling."
Just got too tired.
No, hey, I feel you there. I feel you there for sure. That's funny, but so yeah, that's good stuff there.
Give me the long count.
Was that?
Give me the long count, please.
The long count. Talk about a fight right there. But Jessica McCaskill, she lost to this fighter, something Price. Can't remember her first name, but looks like it was a technical decision. TDU 9, I guess technical decision. I don't know exactly what happened, but Jessica McCaskill lost. I thought that it would be tough for her coming into it, just for the fact that she has trouble with people who can box.
No, I lose that prediction. Damn.
Gotcha.
Damn you,
but yeah.
Jessica. Sorry. Just kidding.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm looking at some of the other stuff that took down or that went down. Oh yeah, Rocky Hernandez beat I think Daniel Lugo. I wasn't able to catch that fight straight up. I saw some of it. It looked like it was an action fight with Rocky Hernandez really going in, and stopped him TKO 7. Then I'll mention that Hiroto Kayaguchi lost to Vince Parras, fellow brother Vince Parras, representing the Philippines, doing his thing. Got a return bout victory over Hiroto Kayaguchi. I I haven't seen that fight, but I'm going to try and check it out because I want to see how it went down. And Vince, hey, just put himself in a great position. He's back in that mix. You know, he's one of the promising fighters to watch for sure. So it should be good things coming for Vince Paraz, as we were saying at the top of the episode. Salute to him. Stop Motion MMA says Foster beat Hernandez easily. I'm kind of shocked he beat Lugo. Got you there. Stop Motion. Yeah, you know, styles make fights, as they say. But yeah, hey, Oshaki Foster is one, of course.
Oh yeah,
one to watch, and he's going to be fighting coming up. I forget who he's fighting, but I know he has a fight. I think that is on tap. I'm not mistaken. I believe that is the case. Let me make sure I'm right here. But I think he's got a fight lined up. But Oshaki Foster one to watch for sure. Yeah. So Oshaki Foster, Robinson, Kunsei Sal. So he's going to be on that Shakir Stevenson undercard. Robson, Kunsei Sal. So that should be a good fight. Oshaki Foster and Kunsei Sal, because Kunsei Sal, he's looked pretty good these last several contests, and we know he always fights tough, and he has skill. He's in shape. He can go the distance, and it'll be an interesting one for Oshaki Foster. I do like Oshaki Foster, but it's going to be a tough fight for him. I look forward to that one, actually.
Well, Brazil has started producing some good fighters lately. You know, they were never really a boxing nation before, but now they have Conceição and Patrick Teixeira and you also had, of course, Yamaguchi Falcao. You know, he has not done too well lately, but
that is true. Yeah, and Teixeira, he's fighting someone coming up, as a matter of fact. I can't remember who, though, but it's a step-up fight for this person he's fighting.
There is one more, but I can't remember. I think he fights at heavyweight or cruiserweight or something. Isn't there one guy also from Brazil? That's pretty good there.
Okay. Yeah, can't remember for sure. So, Teixeira, he's going to be taking on Teixeira is going to be taking on Xander Zayas. So that's going to happen. So that's a step-up fight for Xander Zayas. Hey, it might be the right time as well. So that'll be a good victory if Zayas can pull it off, which isn't guaranteed, of course. Teixeira, he's upset the apple cart before, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
What weight is he fighting at now?
So this is going to be, should be 150 or no, 160 or, 160, I suppose. Yeah, 160 is where it should be. I can't remember if Zayas had been competing at 160 or 154, but it might be 160. It doesn't say on BoxRec, but somewhere around there. Xander Zayas, hey, this is an opportunity right here. So that I like that contest. And hey, Teixeira, you'll have to watch him out. He's a long fighter. So they both have pretty solid size, so it should be a good one. Rodolfo mentions maybe that's why Zayas has been out for a while. Yeah. He's gonna be fighting Patrick Teixeira, so former world champion there. So and he beat Carlos Adames too. That's
like his only loss so far. Yeah, I think.
Yep.
Adames,
that's Adames. Yeah, that's his only loss right there.
But it was I think because Adames got knocked down, right? So that's why he lost. Yeah. It was very close.
Yeah, and it was for interim world title when he beat Adames. It was an interim title, but world title, I guess you could say, nonetheless. So that'll be a good look for Zayas and Teixeira, depending on who comes out victorious right there. But that one is happening for sure. One that I know wasn't talked about. I don't know if you saw it, Boz, but Fight of the Year candidate. It was Sergey Lipinets against Robbie Davis Jr. that took place on Pro Box TV. I saw that. Did you catch that fight?
Yeah, I did see it. I saw it. Yeah, that was a great one.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Hey, you had some ups and downs, you know, and some the fight was swinging both ways at varying points right there. But both of those guys came in and brought the action for sure.
Yeah, there was one round. I don't remember which where first Lipin scored two knockdowns and then he got hurt, I believe.
Yep.
But yeah, so
Yep.
but he was better. I mean, he was the more dominant fighter definitely. So he won.
I agree. I agree with you there. Salute to Bruce Gas, Boxing Jads, and more. Says salute, boys.
Hey,
Salute to you there,
salute.
Bruce. Appreciate you dropping by, buddy. Hey, go give him a like and subscribe there. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jads, and more. Has been doing these quizzes, which I've enjoyed there, Bruce. So keep them coming. I'm gonna try to tune into more for sure. So appreciate you dropping by. But go subscribe, folks. My man Bruce there holding it down for sure. But
What
yeah,
up?
so if you haven't seen it, it should be out there on YouTube. Sergey Lipinets versus Robbie Davis Jr. Very good fight that took place
Mm.
on Pro Box
And
TV.
Davis Jr. really, I gotta say, he's one tough guy. Oh man, he
No
took
doubt about it.
a lot of punishment, really.
Yeah,
And
he might have had a broken nose in that contest or something that came about. 'Cause I
yeah,
know his nose was bleeding and he was certainly favoring it. And
yeah,
there's a lot of
it was
blood.
pretty incredible that he didn't get stopped. But
Right.
he deserves credit. Yeah,
Yeah, no doubt about it. So yeah, that's a good one, folks. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's out there on YouTube. One we
yeah.
didn't get to talk about, of course, as well. There, Boz was Inoue versus Neri. This being Naoya Inoue versus Luis Neri.
Pantera.
And is it Luis Neri?
Yeah, Luis Neri,
Okay,
the
yeah, Luis Neri,
Pantera.
yeah. So the Mexican fighter, and I still need to see the entirety of the contest. I did see the first round where
Yeah, me
Inoue
too.
got dropped with a big shot from Neri, and hey, Inoue got up,
Yeah.
did his thing. Apparently, did you catch that contest, boss?
Well, as I said, I wasn't able to see the whole thing. I mean, there was a stream, but it stopped. So I just saw the highlights, and yeah, pretty much it's
Okay,
the same as you. So
okay, but yeah, from all indications, Inoue came back, did his thing, and stopped
yeah, the sixth round
six
stoppage. Yeah,
round KO of Luis Neri, who we know is
very
tough in
impressive.
game for sure.
Yeah, he who had only been stopped once by Brandon Figueroa with a
Oh
body
yeah,
shot. And
yeah.
Brandon also won again against
Oh yeah,
Jesse Magdaleno. That was
Magdaleno stopped him right.
another body shot knockout. Yeah,
Jesse Magdaleno. Yep. Yeah. I saw that happened. I hadn't seen it though. I still need to watch that fight, but
mm,
I did know of Jesse getting stopped by Figueroa. I like Brendan Figueroa, man. He's a all
yeah,
offense guy. Get in there, bite down, throw them things. So salute to Brendan Figueroa. Yeah, he can be fun to watch.
he really is. He's got something, that kid.
Oh yeah. And then you mentioned and this is going back to the Canelo undercard. So also on there, Mario Barrios got a victory, and then Stanionis, as you
Yeah,
mentioned, he beat Gabriel Mastre,
yeah,
who I believe Venezuelan fighter. So
or Colombian, I think actually.
yeah, or
Yeah,
Colombian. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, it might be Colombian. As a matter of fact, I know their flags are similar in terms of
yeah,
the
they
color.
are.
Yeah, and Stanionis, as mentioned, good victory for him. And then, of course, Canelo Munguia. Canelo Munguia, I still need to watch that
Yeah.
in its entirety, but I felt I wanted to see more from Munguia. I think you already shared some thoughts on this, probably in a different stream. But what did you think in terms of Munguia Canelo?
Well, it was a really good fight. I mean, of course, Mugia got dropped once, and yeah, just in the end, Canelo's ring generalship and experience became too much, and but it was still a true fight. It wasn't some kind of domination, like a total domination by Canelo, but he just did what he had to do to win, and yeah, just was a little sharper than Mungia, and Mungia did attack a lot and land some good punches, but it wasn't enough, of course. In the end, yeah, so the knockdown also went against him, so yeah,
Oh yeah,
that's how
yeah.
it went.
So hey, Munguia, he can come back from it, do his thing. We'll see what's up. We're likely
Yeah.
going to get Canelo Berlanga, but we all wanted to see Canelo versus Benavidez. So we'll see
Hmm.
what happens here within the next 12 months. If that fight goes down,
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
if.
Well, I don't know really. Yeah, Benavidez it was supposed to fight Morel, but I don't know what that fight has been canceled or what.
I think he's taking on Oleksandr Vozdik on
Oh, really?
one of these cards. I forget whose card it is, but
Wow.
yeah, Oleksandr Vozdik. He's going to take him on. It's at 175. And
Really good fight.
Benavidez has said, I guess, that he'd come back down for
Hmm.
Canelo. We'll see.
Was the cast return?
Yeah, yeah. He's
Yes.
got a couple wins under his belt since his return. He feels
Hmm.
rejuvenated from what I know. This will be
Yeah.
a tough one right here because Benavidez, even at 175, I think he's still going to bring it. So I had to lean Benavidez, no doubt about it.
Yeah, probably. But of course, I mean, Wozik was only beaten by Beterbiev so far,
Yep.
and that wasn't easy either for Beterbiev. So
No, it
you
wasn't.
never know. Yeah.
Yeah, you never know, though. You're right. Because those that
Yeah.
can box, and
Yeah.
he can punch somewhat, too.
But it's
So,
definitely gonna be hard for Wozik to win that fight. Definitely, he will have to produce one hell of a performance to win.
yep.
Yeah.
Yep, Rodolfo says Berlanga gonna get stopped. Surely Quigley and McCrory ain't gonna prepare him. Yeah, I feel you there. Hey, yeah, it's gonna be a different story when he gets in there with Canelo, no doubt about it. Uh,
Yeah.
One fight I wanted to mention real quick before we take a look real quick at the upcoming schedule is Jose Ramirez versus Ransom Barthelemy. That ended up being a pretty good fight right there.
Oh yeah.
For stretches right there.
Yeah.
Ramirez picked up the victory in this contest. He actually got a unanimous decision over 12, but he had some moments where Barthélemy hurt him. Did you catch that
Yeah.
fight?
No, but I did see those, those highlights and stuff, and
Yeah.
yeah, just yeah, I thought that Barthelemy was really surprisingly fresh, but
Mm-hmm.
I guess he faded later on, and then Ramirez took over really, and yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that was an interesting one. Yeah, Barthélemy, yeah, he did kind of fade down the stretch, like as you
mm,
mentioned, but it was a good fight. Low key, pretty solid matchup right there. I think it was another pro box, or no, it was the zone actually, so it wasn't pro box. But yeah, it was a good one. I did enjoy that. But no, good stuff there, Boz. Real quick, want to take a look at what's on tap, and we know that we finally get the opportunity for an undisputed world heavyweight champion this weekend when Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury, face off in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Needs no introduction. Fight had been postponed, but it looks like all systems are a go this time around. Boz, we want to get your thoughts. Fury Usyk, who becomes the first undisputed champion in the four belt era.
well, anything can happen. As you know, in boxing, nothing is 100% sure. So, but if everything goes as usual, as I and others expect, I think that Usyk should be able to outbox Fury and win that way. But
Mm,
yeah, the problem is all these damn crooked decisions. You never know. If the fight is real close, then I think probably Fury will get it because he's the bigger name still. And down there where they are fighting, he is really the more favored guy. And
yeah.
you know what I mean. While Usyk has, of course, gained more fans in the recent years, but his style of fighting is never gonna endear him because he's not a puncher. He will never be a fan favorite like Fury, who may not be one of the hardest hitters, but still can hit harder than Usyk does. So probably yeah. So anyway, I don't think Fury can win unless he happens to produce another great performance. But even then, I don't know. maybe if he manages to drop Usyk or something, he can get a win or that way decision win. But
Yeah.
otherwise, I think Usyk's gonna just do pretty much the same that he did to Joshua. He's just gonna outbox him and box his ears off. Put it that way, and just move and box and not get hit much by Fury. And yeah, Fury will probably try to impose himself and will do some dirty fighting probably. And yeah, that's how it's gonna go.
Yeah,
But
hey, that's a good point right there. It should be interesting. I will say,
mm,
at the very least, interesting. And hey, I was unsure of which way you were going to go, but um, hey, I had to say I agree with you. I'm gleaning on the side of Usyk. Looks like we're not the only one right there. Paul Bright, Usyk by decision in his opinion. Salute to you, Paul Bright. Hey, I'm with you there. Rodolfo says he favors Usyk by decision. Hey, I'm with you there as well. We have Udis. Is it
hey,
is it
eldest,
Edis?
eldest,
Eldest. Eldest. Welcome, Eldest
hey,
Fernandez.
what's up?
Salute to you, Eldest. Appreciate you
Yeah,
being here, buddy. Says salute, guys. Hey, always great to have you in here, Eldest. But yeah, we're talking Fury versus Usyk, which is happening this weekend, and Boz leans towards Usyk getting the decision. I'm gonna go that route as well. I feel like, of course, for the sport's sake, it'll be good to have Usyk come out on top, and it will be historic. Not
yeah,
that Fury wouldn't do some other things, but you just never know how uh, what Fury will do. Is he were he to get the victory? It says that for the sport, it's good for the sport. Yeah, if Usyk win, yeah, certainly. So I'm leaning that way as well, and I think Usyk's gonna come in game. He's ready. He's been looking for this fight. He's on a mission. He had his intention set with this move to heavyweight, and he's almost there. He already took out Joshua, who's regarded as the top guy by many at heavyweight, and at the time, many
yeah.
favored Joshua over him, even in both fights. I know in both fights, I thought Joshua would get the victory. That
I
being
didn't.
said, yeah. That being said, man, we saw what Usyk can do, and I think we're gonna see a determined Usyk who's gonna come in there ready to go. Now, Fury's likely gonna be tough to deal with, and Fury seems to be in shape. So when Fury's in shape, we know that he's a tough guy to challenge, and he can
Yeah,
box, and he's big, certainly bigger than Usyk. So that's
he
gonna
can.
factor in, I'd imagine, in some capacity. So
Yeah,
I just give it to Usyk. I think he's gonna find a way, man. Yeah, I think he's looking for greatness and looking for that legacy fight. But it's a legacy fight for both of them, certainly. And hey, you'll be the first undisputed champion. But I'm gonna lean Usyk as well. Seems like a lot of us are leaning towards the Usyk side. And man, it should be a good fight. I
yeah.
suppose. I just think that
Sure.
Usyk is
I
gonna
hope.
come with it, no doubt.
I hope so. Even though I think it looks like Fury is past his prime. He's past his best now. And yeah, the
Yeah,
way
yeah.
he looked against Nagano, as Paul said, that was really. I mean, he didn't look good.
Yeah, yeah,
Definitely.
he did not. He did not
Yeah.
look good at all. Go
Didn't
good.
think.
Do you think the Fury cut will play a role? He had that cut
Yeah, I
from
saw that today when
a
I
couple months
watched
ago.
the Usyk interview. Yeah, they showed that cut. Yeah,
Uh,
maybe it may happen. I mean, who knows? Maybe Usyk gets a TKO when you who knows?
yeah, he's opened up before Fury when he fought Tom.
Yeah,
Was it Tom's? No, Otto Valine. He opened
yeah,
up.
Otto Wallin. Yeah, that's right.
Valine had him pretty cut. I
Mm,
don't know if it's the same ire or whatnot, but I'd imagine that that new cut that he sustained, there probably is going to be a bit of scar tissue there in some capacity.
yeah,
So, hey, be on the lookout for that. If that cut does open up, how does Fury handle it? And does it
mm,
ultimately get stopped on account of a cut or something of that nature? One never
yeah,
knows. Interesting. I
yeah.
think it
Of
could
course.
potentially there go good. We'll see when we get in there, but certainly it could. Those pictures of Fury looking jack smells like juice. You never know. Hey, he's in
Hope
favor over
not.
there. I don't know
Yeah.
what the deal is in terms of with the fights in Saudi Arabia. I know I'd imagine there's testing and all that stuff, but hey, you never know.
I hope not, but you never know.
You never know. For sure. Beagle says, my prediction, Usyk will win. Fury will get the decision. At Fight Scores will score the controversial decision in about 2 years. Right.
That can happen. Yeah, very well, I think.
Yeah, I can see that happening there, Beagle. Certainly
Yeah.
see that happening.
I mean, I
Yeah.
thought Nagano won also against Fury, really. So
Oh, you
there
think
you
so?
go.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
That's funny.
I did.
I watched it. I scored it. I had it 94-96 in favor of Fury, but I could see it going the other way. I could see it
I
going the
think
other
I
way.
had 96-93 for Nagano, actually. So
Yeah, and he did drop him. He did drop him in
yeah,
that contest. So
yeah, it was 6 rounds to 4. Yeah.
now I don't think that Fury came into that contest in shape and ready to go. And that could have played
Nah.
a role or probably played a big role in it. But
He
regardless, hey, he
he
stunk up the joint
underestimated.
regardless.
Yeah, he underestimated Nagano. Obviously, he thought this guy can't box. I'm gonna knock him out in 3 rounds or something. Yeah, he's
Right.
an MMA fighter. But yeah, he didn't know that Nagano had some boxing experience from before. It's just that he never fought in a pro fight, so
Yeah. So
But he had sparred with many pros before. Yeah.
yeah, certainly. Salute to Andre Rodriguez. Thanks for
Hey,
dropping by. So
Andre.
good afternoon, gentlemen. Good afternoon there to you, Andre. Holding it down in Portugal. Good seeing you there, buddy.
Nice.
Welcome. Yeah, we're talking some of the good matchups coming up, of course, and we're talking Fury Usyk, but it's also a pretty solid overall card there as well by Jay Opataya.
Oh yeah.
Maris Briedis, a rematch. We love the cruiserweight division. What are your thoughts on that? Considering it's a rematch of the fight that pretty much put Opataya over and got him on that big stage right there.
It did. I think now maybe Opataya will even stop Briedis because Briedis is now just too old and too blasted, and Opataya has been looking real dangerous in last couple of fights. So yeah, I think he will stop him down the stretch, not early, but somewhere in 9th, 10th round, something like that, probably.
Yeah, that could potentially happen. I was seeing on that on the fight night score stream that Briedis, he was you could argue the best cruiserweight in the world once Usyk left there.
Yeah,
and you could argue he is the second best based on the fight between him and Opataya and how it went. And I think I mentioned to you at the time that I had scored it in favor of Briedis, but it was a very close fight, and I could see it going the other way as well.
Yeah,
that being said, Briedis hasn't fought since that fight, which is the alarming thing for me.
When was that fight? 2019 or something?
Yeah. I know it was a minute ago, and Opataya has come back from a broken jaw and fought some other people as well.
Yeah, Opataya is just younger, and he's got much less mileage on him, and
yeah, Edis is with you there, Boz. He says he thinks Opataya stops Briedis at this point as well.
Yeah. It will be, Briedis will put up a fight definitely, but I think at this point he's just like too past it. He's like 38, 39, 40. I don't know what he is.
Yeah, he is somewhere around there. I know we're close in age, so I think I might have to lean that way as well.
39, yeah, 39.
Yep. So yeah, Briedis, the inactivity, or at least the fact that he hasn't fought, could do him some good. But still, Opataya just seems to be prime right now, ready to go.
And speaking of 39-year-olds, Marco Huck I saw he's making a comeback at heavyweight at the age of 39. Marco Huck, the captain.
Oh yeah, what?
Yeah, he is.
Doesn't seem like a good idea there for Marco.
Nah. He will not last very long there.
Marco Huck, hey, pretty solid cruiserweight. A name been in there. Got a pretty solid resume overall. I didn't know he was trying to make a comeback. He's not going to be a huge heavyweight, but still, yeah. I mean, he had some tough fights at cruiserweight. So yeah, this doesn't bode too well for him. But hey, some guys don't know how to stay retired, as they say.
Yeah. Oh, I was just looking. I'm following Sky Nicholson on Instagram. She also had a fight not that long ago.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, she did. She
She
looked good.
became like a unified champion or something. Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
believe she. Yeah, I watched that. She pretty much dominated.
yeah, she was so happy in the end that she danced there in the last round.
Yeah, I want to see her take on Tiara Brown. If you look at my Twitter and Instagram profile picture, it's a picture of me and Tiara Brown, who's at that weight, looking for that challenge. They've had some back and forth before, so hopefully we get that contest or get that matchup right there. Tiara, take them down, Brown.
Oh yeah, right. Tiara Brown.
That'd be a good one. Let's see,
Yeah,
Sky, make it happen.
Sky
Oh
needs
yeah,
a really, really good opponent. I mean, so
Mhm.
far she hasn't really been fighting anybody that's on her level, And physically, she's very strong, and
yeah, she looks to be, and she moves pretty good. Yeah,
yeah.
you can see she has some nice tools, nice skill set. So
Mm.
yeah, she'll make for a good fight. I think she can certainly rise up to the occasion, when the competition gets tough. So I think it'll be a good fight, her and Tiara. So certainly want to see that one or whatever else is on tap. But we'll see how it goes. But
Yeah.
on this Fury versus Ngannou undercard, another great fight. Frank Sanchez versus Kaya Bell, the guy who chopped down what is his name? Makdamov, or beat the heavyweight, the big Russian heavyweight. What was it?
Oh yeah.
Makhmudov. What the heck is his
Makhmudov.
name? We were talking about it, Rodolfo. We know on the big scary one, but Caballero beat him in his last contest.
Makhmudov.
Yeah, Makhmudov. Yeah, so Caballero broke him down, worked that body in the last contest, stopped him, became the first person to beat him. Not only just beat him, but did it in an impressive fashion.
Exposed
so Caballero is going to be taking on Frank Sanchez, another guy, the first one to beat F.A. Ajagba and really made F.A. Ajagba look ordinary. So this is a very good contest right there. What do you think of that one there, Boz?
Awesome. I love that matchup. Wow. I mean, both guys are kind of, more like boxers rather than sluggers, and I like that. But yeah, I mean, both guys do have enough power as well, as we have seen. Also, on that same card, I believe Sanchez knocked out that guy from, where was he from? New Zealand or something? I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Was it Junior Fa?
Yeah. Junior
okay,
Fa. So, both guys can win by knockout against, at least against guys who are not really elite level anyway. So
I think they're similar size too, around similar size, right?
Yeah, I think Cabello is 6'3" and Sanchez is 6'4". Yeah.
Okay.
Like that. So,
yeah, interesting. Both of them, can box, as you mentioned.
Yeah, very interesting matchup. But I kind of favor Sanchez slightly, but Cabello is capable of, at least really giving him a tough fight, if not.
No, I agree with you there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's a very good matchup at a good time for both of them as well. And both of them needed that next opponent,
Whoever wins that should get a title fight soon after that. I hope they will.
I know. So kind of like a log jam up there at heavyweight at this point for a title shot, right?
Yeah. But, I fear people will continue to avoid Sanchez because, he is so tricky to fight, and he isn't yet a big name, unfortunately. Pay-per-view name, but still he deserves to be, I guess, probably.
Because he's been a mandatory for a minute. I think WBA or something. One of the titles I know he's been a mandatory for it for a little while now.
Yeah, so his win over Ajagba should have put him there. I mean,
true.
Already.
True. That win has continued to look better and better. He's the only person that's beat him so far. So Sanchez shows he's a good. Yedis says Sanchez Caballero will be fireworks. There's some good heavyweights coming up in case Fury and Usyk retires. Yeah, I agree. I agree there for sure.
Yeah, definitely. You have also what's his name? Sorry, the guy from
Jalolov.
no, yeah. Well, you have him as well, but Martin Bakuli, yeah,
Oh yeah,
Bakuli,
Martin McCall. Oh yeah, he's
yeah,
another thing that we mentioned. That doesn't seem like
yeah,
he can get a big fight either. You know.
yeah. He's the one that has been waiting for so long. I don't know why, but they
Oh
are.
yeah, Martin
Oh,
McCauley. I think that'd
he's
be a good
also
fight for
getting.
Jared Anderson.
Yeah, he's getting avoided also too long now. I feel. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, he's another one. No, you're right. Rodolfo said it took a while for Sanchez to get a good opponent. I thought he was gonna go on a roll after beating Fa. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
it has taken a while.
Damn.
And if Fury wins, he's gonna want AJ for sure. Yeah, in all likelihood.
Yeah, AJ has really been on a roll also, of
Yeah, he
course.
has. It looked good. This is the version of
Yeah.
him. This is the monster version of AJ right here. Comes in, does his business.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think losing to Usyk has actually helped him, get it back on the right track, get to reinvent himself in a way.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do like this version of AJ, and
Yeah.
I think everybody watch out for this version. So yeah,
Yeah.
that will make it interesting after in the aftermath.
Yeah, the way he destroyed Nagano, that was just wow, man.
Yeah, yeah, good. Yeah, no doubt. Under Rodriguez says, "What do you guys think of Junto Nakatani getting the pound for pound top 10 on Ring? Not that Rings have solid list. Tank is there after all." Oh, funny.
Well,
Hey,
yeah,
I think
that's
that
not.
shows the class of Nakatani. Yeah, he's one to watch
Yeah,
for sure.
he does deserve to be there, I guess.
He certainly one to watch. I would say
Mm.
there, Rodriguez Nakatani. He's been on a tear and
Oh yeah.
he hasn't slowed down as of yet. And I think he's going to continue to rise to the competition. I know Rodolfo and I were looking through the ring ratings and who's there at 118, and there's some good names there. And in all of those contests, you could see Nakatani being the favorite. So he
Mm.
is a pound for pound type and caliber guy. Someone
Yeah.
might ask, is that too soon? I don't know. You're looking at the potential as well. A lot of things factor in. It's kind of mythical, but hey, Nakatani is a guy to watch, most certainly. We were
Oh
talking
yeah.
about him a little bit earlier in the potential of a super fight between Nakatani and Inoue. That would be amazing.
Mm. Truly amazing.
So yeah, not bad there. Not bad there at all, Andre. And then, oh yeah, Boz, on the Fury Usyk undercard, you know that Sergey Kovalev is going to be fighting.
Oh
Believe it or not,
yeah. I saw that. Yeah. Wow.
I think
What
his
a.
cruiserweight.
Yeah. Right. Huh. I don't know what to say, but I guess he's gotten some kind of easy opponent. Let's say. Let's put it that way. Probably.
Yeah,
I, I don't think he has any illusions that he can make some noise at cruiserweight now. Probably not.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. No, I'm with you there. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Now it's
So
about payday. About fighting for money. I guess. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So Kovalev, yeah, he's just out there. But yeah, it should be interesting. We'll see how he does there. And yeah, he hasn't had a big fight in a minute, so maybe that doesn't happen at any point. You're
Mm.
also going to have Isaac Lowe fighting
Oh yeah.
Chamberlain and Joe Cordina. Joe Cordina is going to be making a
Yes.
return, and he's looked
And
good
that
at times
guy
for sure.
who has a last name which is impossible to pronounce. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know the Kakase or
Casas,
Kakache or something.
Kakache, maybe. Yeah, Kachache. I don't know.
Kakase. Yeah, not even sure, but yeah, it should be an interesting matchup there. We'll see how Joe Cordina looks, and where he goes from there. You know,
Yeah, because he didn't look that great in his previous fights, so we'll see.
yeah,
Hmm.
and I know he's dealt with an injury, hand injury, I believe, or something of that nature in the
Really.
past.
Hmm.
So you never know
Yeah,
how
he
that factors in.
he was pretty amazing against Rakimov, so that was
Oh
probably
yeah,
what it was about. Yeah, hand injury.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. And then I'll mention the same weekend is also a Navarrete card taking on Barinchik, a Ukrainian
Oh,
fighter. I think Barinchik is undefeated. WBO
yeah.
World Lightweight Championship is on the line there. I can't
And
remember.
this,
I'm trying to remember Barinchik, but Navarrete, of course, he's moving up another weight division,
wow.
135 now. So this should be interesting.
That's like his his fifth or something. Oh.
Yeah, he's moving up there, and as I think it was mentioned on the Fight Night score stream. It's not like he's a guy who is some big solid guy.
Right.
He has kind of just a regular average look. But he can get the job done. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he's struggling to make the weight or something of that nature. But interesting, right?
Yeah, or maybe he's hunting for as many of these weight class championships championships as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. And Baranchik, he has wins over Anthony Yigit and
Oh yeah,
Von Mindy, two pretty decent fighters. Yeah.
yeah.
So got a couple of decent wins. So you'll see how Navarrete looks against him. Navarrete has had vulnerable moments in some contests. That being
Mm.
said, he's always fun to watch. Certainly always fun to
Oh
watch.
yeah, he's a very, very exciting fighter. Yeah.
No doubt about it. Salute to your bruv Boxing, catching us here towards the tail end of the show. Appreciate you dropping by for sure. Bruv Boxing, we'll have to check you out. Don't know if you make content or whatnot. As far as I know, your first time here. Appreciate you dropping in, bruv Boxing. Salute to you. Rodolfo Rivera Jr. is going to be his fourth division. He's the champion in. So four division champion if Navarrete gets this victory. So,
Wow.
hey,
Yeah,
that's
I
pretty
think
impressive.
first one was super bantamweight, then it was featherweight, super featherweight. Now, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. Hmm.
Yep, that is right. So, hey, he's on the up and up for sure. So interesting.
Yeah.
Bro, Boxing says, I thought Cardina didn't look good in his last fight. Thought Vasquez pulled it off.
Oh yeah, Vasquez. Yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah,
looked very close. I mean, yeah, I know.
yeah.
I'm not
Blessings to you,
sure.
gents. Blessings to you there, bro. Boxing, as mentioned. Yeah, great to have you a part of the conversation for sure. But yeah, so Cardina, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he looks because I wanted to see him in with some other names at 130. And hey, it'll be interesting. That's all we can say. We'll see how he does. And I'll be paying attention. But then another interesting fight on that card with Navarrete is Giovanni Santione is taking on Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Jr. has been highly regarded here on the U.S. side. And we know Santione, he took out Alex Rocha in a contest where, man, Alex Rocha was on a hot streak, but Santione came in there, hey, ready to go. Ended up getting that dub. And I believe he stopped him, as a matter of fact. Alex Rocha at least stopped the gravy train for sure. But yeah, Santione, Brian Norman Jr., that should be a pretty interesting one as well there.
Yeah, Rocha. Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a pretty good quality fighter too. Yeah.
Yes, and Bro Boxing says, that being said, Cardina is an excellent boxer. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Still love that knockout over Ishikawa. Just like top tier stuff right there. Classic style knockout when he got him with that I think it was a right or left hook. I think it was a right hook though. But man, classic knockout there, bro, boxing. But yeah, Cardina, very promising a guy. He has been, he's got the pedigree as well on the amateur side. So he's a guy I think that can rise to the occasion when he gets in there with the top name. So yeah, definitely like to see what happens next for him after this. Then yeah, I'm just looking just since we're in that neighborhood, of course, Josh Taylor versus Jack Catterall. That's going to be taking place on the 25th as well. A rematch there, Boz, for sure. Taylor Catterall. We know how Taylor looked in his contest with Teofimo Lopez, a contest that I thought Taylor would win coming into it, to be honest with you. and didn't work out for him for sure. Didn't look too hot. But that being said, he's going to be taking on Jack Catterall, a guy that Benny thought beat Taylor first time around when they fought. So it should be interesting at this point.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't see. I mean, yeah, maybe Catterall should have won, but I didn't see that big domination that so many were talking about. Like that Catterall won 8 or 9 rounds. I don't think so. I don't agree. I think he won 7. I believe I had him winning in that fight. Sorry.
Okay.
And so it was he won, but it was still a rather close fight. But yeah.
Now, who do you like in this in this contest here?
Yeah, so I don't know what will happen. I fear Josh Taylor might no longer be in his prime either.
Yeah.
But he will surely be putting on a better performance this time because now it's about personal. It's personal,
Oh yeah,
he wants to look
bad blood.
Now. Yeah.
That always that usually brings out the best of them. Some of the bad blood.
Yeah. So I hope he can produce at least one more really good performance and beat Catterall. Because I think Catterall is pretty. Not only is he kind of arrogant, but he fights kind of dirty as well. You might say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Some were mentioning that in the last fight.
Yeah, he likes to fight rough.
And Taylor, you could argue similarly. He does have some tactics.
That he has, but I would say he is very dirty and very.
Yeah, so should be an interesting one. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I like Taylor, but I don't know. He hasn't looked too hot here last several fights. So we'll see. We'll see for sure. Paul Bright mentions breaking news. Wizards got the number 2 pick in the NBA draft. Yes, sir. Let's see what they do. Hopefully they can make something happen. They needed it because they haven't looked too hot as of late. Yes, sir. That is right, Rodolfo. Good for those Wizards. Yeah, they have seen better days for sure. That should be good. But all right, good stuff, folks. We're talking boxing, and you've been watching the NBA playoffs there, Boz. I know you like basketball.
Oh yeah, but unfortunately, I don't have the channel for it. I don't have
Okay.
It's pretty, it's pretty expensive. So I believe those.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So far, so good. Some pretty solid team. Rodolfo with a fun fact there. That's pretty cool. Marcin Gortat, dad lost to Leon Speaks in the Olympics in 1976.
Oh, yeah, I know his name. He was not called Janusz Gortat. Yeah, that's right. He won the silver in the
Oh, cool. Didn't know that. That's what's up right there.
Yes.
So, did he turn pro or just amateur?
No, because that was the era of communism in Poland.
Oh yeah.
You
couldn't. Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Boz shooting us with the facts. He knows those factoids right there. That's good stuff. No doubt.
Laszlo Papp, he had to go, I believe, to America to turn pro, but he was already kind of, in an age that he couldn't have a long career and stuff.
Yeah. I remember Gortat. He was doing his thing. I've seen him. I believe I saw him in person actually play as well, Gortat, when I was checking out the Wizards. I haven't checked out the Wizards in a long period at this point, but they haven't given you much to check out. Actually,
Washington Wizards, yeah. Well, I was fortunate to be, have watching. Before in the 90s, you had like a program here in Norway where you could watch summaries of the biggest basketball NBA. Games, and that was when Jordan and Barkley and all these guys were playing Pippen, So that was a great time.
Certainly. I can only imagine. Yeah, so we got some good stuff going on. I'm gonna be tuning in. But I've been checking out the playoffs there, Bob. So I'm sure we can chat about it. Some good stuff going on. Bigo says he's starting the brunch process. Thanks to the host and chat gallery. All of much appreciated. Hey, likewise, Bigo, you are appreciated. As a matter of fact, everyone is. It's about that time, folks. We've now the end is near, as Frank Sinatra says. You know how that goes. But man, we appreciate everyone that dropped in. This has been a fun one for sure. linking up for another boxing chat. We're gonna keep it going. Tell you, we're gonna be back here. Hey, next week, Boz, we might be able to do it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yes. So with that, thanks everyone who dropped by. We're gonna call it a day here. Great stream per usual. So we'll be back in the mix. Adios to you as well there, Paul Bright, everyone. Thank you. And we'll see you next week. Have a good one.